YouTube, what's up? Finn here, that's of course FYNN, and this is going to be quite an interesting video. It's a video of the top 10 top goal scorers at the moment in Premier League in the 18-19 season and where they were 5 years ago. Okay, so of course top of the list at the moment is Mohamed Salah. 5 years ago he was at Basel in Switzerland. Obviously hadn't made a name for himself, was there along with players like Xhaka and Elneny, and yeah, obviously not a great team, but that is where he started. I believe halfway through that season's the season where he moved to Chelsea, got the big move. But since then he'd been loaned out twice to Italy in the Chelsea period and eventually got a permanent move to Roma after Mourinho obviously wasn't happy with him. So yeah, he obviously did really well in Roma and got a big move to Liverpool, which can be seen as one of the bigger moves that season. I think he did really well at Roma, and biggest signing for Liverpool easy last season and probably in the world at the moment. Great signing, and obviously since then he got in the Golden Boot last season at Liverpool in the Premier League, which was a really hard achievement to do. And obviously doing well for Egypt, easily their star player, and people look at him and they see a threat now. And he could be on his way to get another Golden Boot, so that could be interesting. Next up on the list, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Obviously played at AC Milan and everything, but that 2013-14 season was his first season at Borussia Dortmund, where obviously I think that's definitely where his name was made. Got the Golden Boots in the Bundesliga. I'm not sure if he got more than once, maybe he did. Obviously competes with Robin Lewandowski, but doing well at Arsenal. Been there for less than a year, but has been doing amazing this season. He started to find his feet last season, but obviously captains his national team, I think Gabon. And is doing really well for Arsenal. Tied up there with Lacazette at the top. Obviously Lacazette isn't doing as well as Aubameyang, but he's still doing very well. But Aubameyang, I think, could be on his way to win it. Has a great possibility, but it's tight at the top of the Premier League for goal scorers at the moment. Okay, now in the third position, Harry Kane. Okay, Harry Kane's won it multiple times. I don't think people would be shocked if he won it this season. He's only one goal behind the two people in front. So yeah, it just shows how competitive it is. Harry Kane got 9 goals at the moment. I can't say too much. I think at that time in 13-14 he was loaned out to Leicester, I believe. Just got back from loan from Norwich, which just proved the kind of player he is. As captain England in a World Cup to a 4th place, I think that's really amazing. England's best in many years, and it's just proved the kind of player Harry Kane is. Great player, and definitely if you look at strikers in Europe, one of the best at the moment. Okay, after him I believe is Callum Wilson. I think he was at Coventry City or something like that in 13-14. Obviously didn't really make a name for himself then. Quite a few loans, and obviously now at Bournemouth doing really well, seen as the starting striker, or at least one of them, along with King, a deadly strikership partnership up front. And Bournemouth are doing well. He's doing well for them. He's proving himself a great player, and just the overall, as I said, great player and good striker. Obviously got his first cap for England recently and his first goal, so that's very impressive. Next up would be Glenn Murray. Glenn Murray's also got 8 goals. I think at that stage he was in Crystal Palace. Obviously a Premier League side. He was there for a few years. Then he went to Reading, I believe, on loan. Then he moved to Bournemouth. Obviously still not a huge club. Then loaned out to Brighton. Now he's had an official move to Brighton in 2017, where it's obviously worked out and he's making his name. So that's pretty good. Almost 30 goals in 70 appearances, I believe, almost. So that's pretty good. Okay. Next up would be Raheem Sterling. Okay, so obviously in 13-14, instead of Man City, he played for Liverpool. So that's great. Obviously a lot younger then, but clearly they didn't want him, or he didn't feel wanted there. So he made a move here, which I think Liverpool's probably going to regret, or they probably do regret. I think Sterling's become a great player. Obviously didn't score in the World Cup, but at the moment he's doing really well this season with 8 goals. Lots of players on 8 goals this season, so that's pretty good. And obviously Sterling's doing well for England in general. Well for City, one of their best players. Yeah, just lots of competition in his position. Okay, now next up would be Richarlison from Everton, also 8 goals, a Brazilian player. And yeah, 13-14 season, well, he's only 21 now, so he wasn't playing then. So I don't know, he was in school, I don't know. But he wasn't playing football then, and it's quite good what he's achieved over the last few years. Played for what I know is Watford and Everton. And yeah, I think he's one of the shock players this season who's just doing like fantastically well, and I don't know, exciting prospect for the future. Would be Sergio Aguero, who many would think is probably one of the best players at the moment, easily for them, for Man City. And obviously Argentina didn't get as much playtime as he should have in the World Cup, of course, in my opinion. I think, yeah, by far, obviously came on in the last few minutes of their last game against France, was it, and scored like at the end of the game, which just proves it. Got that winning goal, we got them their first title in many years, or I think it might have even been their first. But yeah, Aguero on 8, I think he's a fantastic striker. Yeah, underrated, overrated, you choose once again. But I do believe, yeah, he's been there since at the 13-14 season, of course, and yeah, always been doing well for City. So that's a great thing for Aguero. I like him. Okay, now in the next position would be Eden Hazard, who of course just similar to Harry Kane. I mean, hasn't always been at Chelsea, but back then also still Chelsea, and he's captained the national team in the last World Cup, so that's a great thing for Hazard. I think one of the best strikers at the moment. Great for Chelsea. I think Chelsea are definitely, they need to watch out for Real Madrid in case they want to buy him or whatever the case with that is. But yeah, Hazard's proven himself one of my favorite players. I love Hazard. Yeah, doing really well for Belgium and for Chelsea this season. 7 goals, and obviously I think he's top of the assists at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so that's great for Hazard. And my last player in the number 10 position would be Anthony Martial. He's tied there with Mitrovic, so I'm just going to go for Martial just because. Yeah, obviously I think in the 13-14 season was his first season for Monaco, the French team. Obviously Monaco are like 19th now in the French league or something like that, which was horrific, but they've been great in recent years, except for this year. But obviously Martial did really well for Monaco, got upgraded from the B team to get there. Didn't go to the previous World Cup, which I'm not going to say they regret because they did win the World Cup, France. But I think he did deserve a place there. Martial obviously, I think, has scored the most goals for Manchester United out of the players that are still playing for Manchester United, so that's a great thing. I think Martial's a great attacker. He could do a lot better, but I think he's one of our star players at the moment. And yeah, overall 7 goals, I believe, for both Hazard and for Martial, so that's a great thing. And yeah, otherwise I think that is all. That is the top 10 players with the most goals this season in the Premier League as of this moment. And if there's any other video ideas you guys have, please put them in the comments. Otherwise, like, subscribe, comment. Thank you very much, and cheers.